Hey guys, well this is my first video and I would really appreciate it if nobody critiqued it too much. Anyways, the purpose of this video is to discuss the outcome of the election and the succeeding events. Allow me to first promulgate my position in this whole matter, and that would be that I was not entirely happy with Obama winning. In fact, I was pretty livid. And when the CNN projection came in announcing Obama to be the winner, I turned off the TV, went upstairs, announced the outcome to both of my parents, and expressed my repugnance rather fervently. However, I'm not here to discuss loyalties to any former candidate. Quite on the contrary, I want to ask people to pray for Obama. People that that would not that were not happy with the outcome, just like I was. I wasn't, and I want to ask them to pray that Obama will make wise decisions and do the work of the Lord. And first of all, I do not know what the work of the Lord is. I don't know if it's whether to bring this country down to its lowest of lows and make it cry out to God and beg for mercy, or whether the alleged change that Obama promises he will actually go through it. And the reason is, okay, Obama is going to be your authority for the next 4 years if you live in the U.S., that is. He's going to be your authority for the next 4 years whether you like it or not. And the Bible clearly indicates that whatever authority is over you, it has been placed there by God. And we have to pray for them, just like we're told we need to pray for our authority and for everyone in government. I would say it's really pathetic how the morality of this country has really declined in the past 300 years, and since the founding fathers wrote the Constitution. And it's also sad how Christians are ridiculed every single day for their positions in government, especially for those people that are in government, and how they're ridiculed for their beliefs, and how they people say that, well, church and state need to be separated. However, there's a little bit of a glitch there. You see, the thing is, when in the 1770s, when the colonies, or actually the states, when Massachusetts and Virginia especially, they were enforcing churches. They were saying that there was a state church. When that was all happening, Thomas Jefferson, who proposed a bill to the General Assembly, and I will actually read it to you, and it says, "To be enacted by the General Assembly that no man shall be compelled to frequent or support any religious worship, place, or ministry whatsoever, nor shall be enforced, restrained, molested, or burthened in his body or goods, nor shall otherwise suffer on account of his religious opinions or beliefs, but that all men shall be free to profess and by argument to maintain their opinion in matters of religion, and that the same shall in no wise diminish, enlarge, or affect their civil capacities." Now, most people interpret that as, church and government really need to be separated, completely separated, and the thing is that, well, it's not entirely true. It says, it's kind of like, it says that the government cannot influence church. Now, religious people can influence government. It does not say anything about that. So religious, like Christians, or if you're a Muslim or whatever, but Christians can in fact influence government. And see, all of our founding fathers, they clearly indicated they recognized that God was their authority. And at the Constitutional Convention, Benjamin Franklin, who was in fact not a professed Christian, he made a very interesting comment. He said that, "I have lived a long time, and the longer I live, the more convincing proofs I see of this truth, that God governs in the affairs of men. And if a sparrow cannot fall to the ground without his notice, is it probable that an empire or great nation can rise without his aid? We have been assured, sir, in the sacred writings, that except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it." It's written in Psalm 127, verse 1. And it's so true. And God has really risen this country up out of the ashes, out of nothing, pretty much. And He has blessed us tremendously. And people, a lot of times, they don't realize that all the freedoms that we enjoy now was God's plan for that. He planned all that, and He he put that into existence through men that recognized him as his authority. And it's like people, they seem to forget that. They seem to forget that God is ruling over all of us. And about a year ago, I gave kind of a sermon in my church, and I was talking about how when things are going great for you and you feel like you're on top of the world, like all the problems that you would normally have, you just kind of look past them. Nothing happens to you. You feel like you're just flying through everything. And the reason is because God is doing that for you. You recognize Him as the one who's leading you, and that is why He's doing this for you. But then after a while, our corrupt human nature, we kind of begin to think that, well, maybe it was just me. Maybe it was just because of my own intellect. Maybe because I was so intelligent in doing that one thing that I was able to surpass all of my goals and everyone else's expectations of me. But and that is kind of when God, He kind of steps back and He goes, okay, well, I'll let you take the wheel for a little while, and we'll see how far you get when I'm not leading you every step of the way. And that is when things begin to screw up. And I mean screw up. Everything just starts going wrong, and you just don't understand, like, what is going on? I was doing so great in this, and now I'm falling. Everything is crashing around me, and I'm crashing with it. And it takes us to be at our lowest of lows is when we recognize that, hey, it was God. God did all this for me. And that's kind of what's going on with this country. We have forsaken the Lord, and we have really, this American pride is the biggest thing. We're so proud. We think that we're the best country in the world, and we need to be feared and respected by everyone. And anyone that does not agree with us, he's considered to be a heretic, and that's wrong. Okay, and like I said, I'll just allow me to reiterate the importance of this. We need to pray for Obama. We need to pray for this country. This country needs God, and we need to realize that this country needs God. God does not need this country. We need God. And the day that we all recognize that is the day that things are going to get better. So, okay, I'm guessing if you watched it to the end of this video, then you might have somewhat enjoyed it. And leave your comments. I will be making more videos if this one is any success. And God bless. I'll talk